Well, okay. Just how like the Evil Dead Death Note crossover did not leave my head. This Bram Stoker's Dracula March and Awakens romance crossover wouldn't leave my head. So I'm gonna finally get to do it tonight and share this with you guys. So yeah, this is Derek Yasha, and today I'm going to talk about my fan-made story, the Bram Stoker's Dracula Mar crossover. Okay, so pretty much, you gotta understand, Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie, and pretty much March and Awakens Romance, the manga or the anime, to understand what the fuck is going on. Okay, so let's get into it. Mainly what happens is, okay, Jonathan Hawkard and Van Helsing and Quincy Arthur and Jack is trying to stop Dracula. Okay, they're finally at the church, whatever. Dracula reads this chant out of this book, and of course stops them and freezes them. Of course, willingly doing what the fuck he wants while he freezes them. Okay, so then we cut to Mar Heaven. Okay, Gita is in a fight with Phantom while everybody is watching the fight. Of course, Dorothy, Jack, Alvis, Snow, Nanashi, and Alan. Okay, well, what Phantom does is mainly uses this kind of weird arm, and what happens is it's some kind of time dimension portal thing, and accidentally it sucks them all in. Okay, mainly Phantom, Gita, and the gang. Okay, it sucks them all in. Okay. So yeah, pretty much what happens is they get sucked into the 1800s, 1897. Okay, and then what happens is Ginta talks about it, and then talks about that this 1897 is the time when Dracula was taking over the world and shit. And they don't believe him at first. They don't believe him. They're like, who the hell is this Dracula guy? Who the fuck is this Dracula guy? Okay, so then what happens is after they enter, everything unfreezes because of that event. Because they got sucked into the Bram Stoker's Dracula world. Okay, basically. So, Dracula has enough time to escape. Okay, and all is lost with Jonathan and Van Helsing and the gang. Okay, they're fucking pissed off. They're mad about it. And that's the fact that they couldn't get Mina back. Jonathan Hawkard is pissed off that the fact that he could not get his beloved Mina back. Okay, so then what happens is, Phantom just fucking leaves, and then he encounters Dracula, and then they almost get into a battle, but then they team up. When, of course, Dracula and Phantom kind of get into an argument at first, but then, because they're both evil, they have a wicked plan to take over London as well. Dracula's saying, okay, well, if you do this for me in store, I'll give you more power as well. I'll make you a superhuman, immortal, powerful being. Okay, we know that Phantom is kind of a zombie already, but if you mix vampire and zombie powers, then he could be all as powerful as fuck. You know, he could turn into the beast. He could make the storm. So you get where I'm getting at here. Okay, Phantom could become a zombie vampire. Okay, a zombie vampire, which is kind of weird. We never heard of that before. No, I know. So then we, get back to Mar and, Ginta and the gang. I meant to say Ginta and the gang. And pretty much Nanashi sees Dracula brides. And of course, he sees the brides, and of course, he's like, okay, well, you guys do whatever the hell you want. I'm gonna go off. And then Jack decides to go off with him too, because for some odd reason, the brides have Nanashi and Jack into a trance. Of course, Alvis is not in this trance at all, because, as you know, Alvis, does not like, girls for some reason. He has to worry about his own problems. Okay, so then pretty much what happens is, Nanashi and Jack go off to the castle, to Dracula's castle, okay? They're chilling at first, they're eating, they're waiting for the brides to, get comfortable, relax and shit. And then the brides call them upstairs, okay? They called Jack and Nanashi upstairs. And pretty much what happens is, okay, Jack is just sitting there. He's watching Nanashi, trying to get it on with the three brides. Okay, but yet again, they fuck over someone. Okay, you think that they're gonna give him sex, but no. Just same thing like in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie happens. Okay, Nanashi gets bitten on. Jack runs out of the room, and of course, Renfield captures his ass. Okay, and there was nothing Jack could do about it. Okay, just saying. And also the fact that, beforehand we have a flashback. We have a flashback, of course, with, the Mar characters meeting up with the Bram Stoker's Dracula characters. And of course, Van Helsing is talking with them and telling them, well, what the hell are these? What the hell are these weapons? You can't use these weapons against vampires. You have to use stakes and garlic and a cross against vampires. You cannot use these weird artifact things. Okay? So yeah, did I forget to mention that they're all packing pistols and stakes and stuff like that? So yeah. Okay, so then it cuts back to Nanashi. Basically, they sucked all the blood out of him, and there's only like a little bit left. He can't even fucking move. Okay, Nanashi cannot even fucking move. So then what happens is he has to drink the blood from one of the brides. Okay, so then he does, and then he becomes a vampire. Okay, oh boy, this could be interesting though, for real. So then what happens is, okay, sort of, they catch up with Dracula, you know, Jonathan Hawkard and the gang and Ginta. And of course that they have to go their own separate ways, okay? Basically everyone has to destroy the boxes with earth in it, okay? At Carfax Abbey. Yet again, they have to do this shit yet again. The Hawkard characters, the Bram Stoker's Dracula characters, I mean. Yeah, they have to go through all the shit that they went through in, the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie, no fucking lie. Okay, so then, Dorothy and whoever is off doing their own thing. Okay. Ginta goes with Jonathan Hawkard, and of course they're trying to hunt down Dracula. Van Helsing and Alan are, just working on something. They're both working on something. Okay. Uh, Alvis pretty much he goes off on his own. Okay, he doesn't go with nobody. As for Quincy and Arthur and Doctor Jack, pretty much they just go somewhere. They're just trying to find vampires to kill, okay, before the chaos ensues, okay? Sorry, I need a couple of seconds, okay? Sorry. No, I know, but anyways, what happens is, Ginta and Jonathan Hawker catch up to Dracula. Of course, it's a one-on-one. No, it's a one-on-two battle. And then Phantom interrupts, and then of course, beats the living shit out of Ginta and Jonathan Hawker. And then Ginta and Jonathan Hawker, both have to team up. Of course, that Jonathan Hawker has to use arms. Ginta gives him arms. Of course, that Alvis gave Ginta some arms just in case if something happened. Okay, so Jonathan Hawker gets 13 totem pole version 2. Okay, basically what 13 totem pole version 2 is, of course, that it has spikes on it. So yeah, pretty much what happens is Jonathan is trying to fight off Phantom, and Ginta is fighting Dracula. Of course, Dracula turns into his bat form, of course, flying up into the air. Ginta launches Babo, of course, and mainly what happens is, Babo catches onto Dracula's foot. So basically, Ginta is holding on to Babo, and Babo is stuck on Dracula. So yeah, Dracula is flying in the air, and Ginta and Babo are dangling off of him. Okay. So yeah, pretty much Dracula lands back on ground, turns into his beast form, scratches the hell out of Ginta. Babo turns into Gargoyle, of course, and Gargoyle just scratches the shit out of Dracula. Dracula turns back into his human form. Basically, he summons his knight armor and of course his trident sword, or his trident lance. My mistake. I'm sorry, not trident sword. His trident lance. Okay, so mainly Ginta is just blocking. Ginta's just blocking the attacks and dodging the attacks. And Jonathan Hawker just, knocks out from Phantom. Of course, that Phantom joins back in the battle. Alvis comes back. And of course, that, now Dracula just wants to go to Alvis. Of course, Dracula has this sort of crush on Alvis, which he just wants to use Alvis for his bidding. Okay, pretty much so. So Alvis is gunning Dracula down with of course the bullets. It's not doing shit to Dracula. Dracula bites Alvis, and pretty much Alvis has a black flash when Phantom chained him up in the castle with the dog collar on his neck. Okay. So yeah, pretty much Alvis does not fall for it. He just gets the fuck away, and pretty much how he finished Phantom in the manga. Pretty much he stabs Dracula in the heart with a stake, and Dracula's done for. And thus the fact that this time Ginta gets to put the key in Phantom, and pretty much that is done for. Okay. So yeah, then after all that, they're trying to get back to Mar, and of course, Jonathan Hawker gets Mina back. Of course, that we had one more thing. Nanashi was still a vampire, okay? But whether the fact that, he's trying to fight it off that he does not want to kill anybody, okay? He does not want to kill anybody. But yeah, basically what happens is, Van Helsing takes Nanashi over to the church and, of course, does an exorcism on him. And then, Nanashi turns back into normal. Okay, and then pretty much what happens is, Ginta and the gang go back to Mar. Everything is done for. And, of course, everything is done for here in the Bram Stoker's Dracula world. Okay, so then it's a happy ending, basically. But yeah, it was a pretty good crossover of Bram Stoker's Dracula and Mar. Fucking awesome, man. I'm glad I could really experience this with you guys, really. I'm just glad I can. Okay, but anyways, Just let me know what you thought down in the comments, But yeah, I really do like it. It's a really good story, and I'm out. Peace.